Welcome to Yoga Church. And the Thrive card for today's practice is what can you share? And when I pulled that card before practice, the first thought that came to mind, and seems like the essential and only thing we can share, is our loving. That what we really get to share with one another is our hearts. There's a lot of different ways to do that. So I can share by listening, by being present. Maybe you share in other ways. My mom is one who shares with food. Maybe it's giving or offering a smile when you're out in the world. So just for a moment, standing in mountain with your palms of prayer at the heart, just let that question kind of roll around in you. What can you share? And then turn the question inward. What can I share with myself as I practice? For me, it's patience, acceptance, joy, enthusiasm, and curiosity for where my body is and the practice. So see what that is for you. And it is an honor to share this practice, right? Whether you're live now or you're practicing at a different time, we are sharing time together in the presence of whatever I would call it, God, Spirit, Source, in our physical bodies, moving them, nourishing them. So I'm grateful to share this with you. Let's chant 3 Ohms. And opening your eyes, inhale, reach your arms up, look up, look back, lift your chest. And exhale, palms to the heart center, bow forward, take a ragdoll. Feet hip width or wider. Grab opposite biceps and sway a little bit. Excuse me. And then come to center, wiggle your rib cage, shake your head no and yes. Bring your hands to the mat, feet together, lift your right leg up. Maybe the gaze is to the back edge of your mat. Relax your neck. And let's grab onto the standing ankle with one hand and then maybe both hands. Sometimes balance includes wobbling. And release that. Lift the left leg up. Relax your neck. And grab onto your standing ankle. Start slow. And release that. Step back to downward facing dog. Once in downward facing dog, lean to the right. And lean to the left. And center. Into plank. Full plank. Strengthening the front of your body. Lower down to low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, walk or jump to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Nice flat back. Exhale, palms to the heart center, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together, come into plank. And turn to one side, stacking your ankles, reaching up. Hips high, you can drop your bottom knee if you'd like. And look down, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together, come to plank. Turn to the other side. Lift the hips, spread your fingers on that lifted hand, stay strong. And look down, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog.
Look forward, walk or jump to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Chair pose, sink the buttocks down, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior one. Reach up. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, walk or jump forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Sink the buttocks down. Sweep the arms up, chair. Interlace your hands behind your back, chest to thighs. Move your arms away from you. Come back to chair, sweep the arms up. Palms to prayer. Step your right leg back for crescent lunge. Lean forward and take your twist. Extend the arms. You can share your light with this top hand. Look down, step back, little push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, walk or jump forward. Sink the buttocks down, sweep the arms up, chair. Interlace your hands behind your back. Chest to thighs, pull those straight arms away from you. Rinsing and wringing out shoulders. Back to chair. Sweep the arms up. Palms to prayer. Step your left leg back for crescent lunge. Lean forward and take your twist. Elbow presses into knee, palms press into each other, chest toward your hands. Arm extension. And hands down, step back, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior one. And open up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Hold that, expanding that whole right side body. Windmill down to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior one, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse the warrior, hold. Breathe. Press down through your feet, lift the fingertips up. Invite the light. Windmill down to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog and hold. So if your arms are straight, you can press into your feet to lift your thighs off the mat. If that feels wonky in your low back, drop your hips down. Go lower, right? So what you can share with yourself right now is your compassion for your spine and being really present, honoring where you are, holding, and lower down one cheek to your mat. Just let yourself relax into the floor. Imagine anything that your body's holding that you don't need is leaving through the front of your body, and the earth is taking it and using it for compost. You're fertilizing. We're in this beautiful cooperation living on the planet. Bring your forehead to the mat. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. Pull the straight arms away from you. Lift the thighs up. So healthy to back bend every day, especially if you do a lot of forward motion, which is mostly most humans. And lower down, opposite cheek to the mat, relax. Forehead to the mat. So go ahead and bend your right knee. Grab onto your right foot or ankle. Bring your left elbow underneath your shoulder with your forearm parallel to the front edge of your mat. So this is a half version of bow pose. Doesn't mean it's actually easier, it's just different. So pressing into your hand, lifting your chest up, pull your foot away from you, just like you do in bow, and then lift your right thigh off the mat. Try to relax the chest, the shoulder. Your right quadricep should kind of burn a bit, right? It's doing all the work. And then lower down, one cheek to your mat. Relax. And lift the body up. Pull right elbow underneath the shoulder, bend the left knee, reach for the outside of the right ankle or foot. So that same thing on the other side. Begin by pulling your your left shin away from you. Then lift the thigh up. Try to keep your hips on the mat. Gaze ahead of you, right? You don't want to crunch your neck here. So you want to just let your neck be naturally extended. Feel the burn in that left thigh or wherever you're feeling it. You can share your loving for your body right now with yourself. And your thankfulness for this pose, and release opposite cheek to the mat. Bend your knees and let your lower legs go side to side. And then press into widening child's pose. Buttocks to heels, forehead to the mat, big toes touch. Knees the width of your mat. Let your low back relax. Take a deep breath in and a hot breath out. One more. And then come on up. We're gonna sit back over your heels for bridge. Feet hip width apart underneath your knees. Interlace your hands underneath you. Lift your hips up, rock your shoulder blades toward each other. Chest comes toward your chin. So as soon as you come into that pose, you can feel the quadriceps working again. Expand and contract the rib cage. Separate the hands and shoulders, roll down slowly. Knees go side to side. And then bring the knees outside your rib cage for happy baby. Grab your feet, press your knees toward the floor on either side of you, tuck the tailbone down into the floor, tuck your chin. Bring the soles of your feet together. Clasp your hands around the outer edges of your feet. Toes to forehead, forehead to toes. And lower your head. Lower the soles of your feet together at the mat. You can let your arms just be by your sides, palms up, or let your hands rest on your belly. Gently cross your feet at the ankles. Cradle your head with your hands. Lift your shoulders off the mat, look to the ceiling, and we'll lift and lower from here. 1, 2, exhaling through the nostrils on the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower your head. Change the ankle that's on top. Lift again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower your head. Bring the knees in, hug them to you. Keep your knees over your hips, feet in line with your knees. Cradle your head with your hands. And bicycle, right elbow to left knee, right leg extends and switch. Steady breathing. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hug your knees in, rock left to right. Let that feel good on your low back. Place your feet underneath your knees again, hip width apart. Take the right ankle on top of the left knee. And then rotate down to the left side. So be placing that top foot on the floor to your left. Using your left hand, grab that ankle. And then pull that top knee away from you. So you can even take your opposite hand, your right hand, and push your knee away from you to get that sense in and around your hip. And then I like to look away from the legs to bring the stretch more into the twisting part. But see what feels good to you. We're stretching all in and around the right hip, the thigh, above the hip into the waist maybe. Also healthy to really stretch and move the hips and the shoulders every day, right? Because they are ball and socket, they're rotating joints. And when we do repetitive motion that's not multiplanal, they get kind of stuck. So this, lets energy flow and shifts that. That was a long way to say, stretch your hips every day. That's what you can share with yourself, hip stretches. Go back to center. Keep the same leg on top. Make a tight cross with your knees and pull down to the other side. So your top leg is pushing your bottom knee toward the floor. And then your top left hip is moving in the opposite direction. So it's like, it feels like a push-pull. And I'm using a lot of strength in my top leg and a lot of pushing back to really find that stretch. And come back to center. Uncross the knees, one hand on each knee, make some big circles. And then other side, left ankle on top of right knee. Big wide space between your legs. Rotate down to that right side, placing your foot flat on the floor. Grab onto your ankle, that ankle with your right hand. Pull that top knee away from you. And bring your attention into where you feel the stretch. And you can share your own breath, your own healing life force with your hip right now. Breathe into it and breathe out from it. Release that, come to center. Hang the foot down, tight cross with your knees. And rotate to the other side. Top leg pushing bottom knee down. Right hip moving in the opposite direction. Feeling the push, pull. And gently come back to center. Uncross the knees, make some big circles, one hand on each knee. And find your final resting pose. So if you want to go over to the wall and put your legs up on the wall, that's a nice restorative pose. Or you can lie on your mat. You can put a bolster underneath your knees. This is where you can share doing nothing with yourself. Let's see, I would translate that as sharing your being with you. So there's nothing to do. You don't even have to breathe in any particular way. Notice yourself resting on your mat, letting all the effort go from your feet, from your ankles and calves. Just feeling an easy, relaxed way with your lower legs, your knees, and your thighs. Feel your gratitude for your legs. And share this rest with them. Imagine all the cells of your legs just vibrating with happy and ease. And then let all the effort go from the buttocks, the pelvis, the hips. Notice your belly rising and falling with your breath. Feel your low back relaxing. And then all the muscles in your back relaxing. Your spine resting. Relax your waist, your side body, rib cage. Feel the front body relaxing. Feel your breath moving to all the lobes of the lungs. Relax the sternum, the chest, collarbone. And now let all the effort go from your shoulders. Just feel the shoulders melting into the floor. Energy moving from the tops of the shoulders gently down into the arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands. Relax your neck, your throat, your chin, and your mouth. Relax your cheeks, your jaws, your ears, your nose. Relax your eyes, eyebrows, forehead, skull, and scalp. Everything from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet is relaxed. Everything from the bones to your skin is relaxed. Your energy centers vibrate at a rate that's perfect for you. Imagine
as you notice your breath coming in and going out, that whatever it is that's breathing you, whatever you call that, is sharing life with you. And as you express as you, you're sharing life with the divine. Feel the grace and the beauty of that dance and the blessing it is to be alive, to be a soul with a body. And gently wiggle your toes and fingers. Stretch your arms above your head and your feet away from you. Hug your knees into your chest. And roll to one side. And very gently press yourself up to seated. Bringing palms to prayer at the heart center. Thanking yourself for sharing time with yourself. Nourishing your body, your mind, your spirit. We'll chant one Om. Thank you. Namaste.